Hi friends, here there is a good news from IBPS, Institute of Banking Personnel Selection. They have released a notification for common recruitment process for the recruitment of clerks in participating banks. CRP stands for Common Recruitment Process, clerks 11 for the vacancies 22 and 23. So the website is clearly www.ibps.in. So here they have given the online examination preliminary and main, both prelims and mains, for the next common recruitment process for the selection of personnel for clerical cadre posts in participating banks is tentatively scheduled in August and September of October 2021. Okay, so the date is August and September and October of 2021. Got it? Okay, now the examination will be in two tier. The online examination will be held in two phases, preliminary and mains exam. The candidates who will qualify in online preliminary exam and shortlisted will have to appear for online main exam. So those who will qualify in preliminary exam will have to appear for online main exam. Okay, so two tier, both are online exams, prelims and mains. The date is also given August, September and October of 2021. Okay, now coming to the participating banks. Now you know that so many banks have merged the other banks. After merger, these are the banks that are conducting IBPS, which comes in IBPS: Bank of Baroda, Bank of India, Bank of Maharashtra, Canara Bank, Central Bank of India, Indian Bank, Indian Overseas Bank, Punjab National Bank, Punjab and Sindh Bank, UCO Bank and Union Bank of India. So now the banking system probably may have become stronger than earlier after these mergers. We hope so. So these are the participating banks. Now coming to the dates, the important section here. The online registration including edit and modification of applications by the candidates, and also the payment of application and fees and intimation charges online. So not only for the edit and modification of the data and also for the application of fee. Starting date is July 12th, 2021 and the last date is August 1st. Starting date is July 12th and last date is August 1st. Now the download of all the call letters of the PET. PET stands for pre-exam training. What we should do in training if you have. Okay. So that means if it is safe to conduct PET, then only they will conduct this pre-exam training. Otherwise, because of COVID situations, if it is not possible, it may not be possible. Okay. So that's what he is trying to tell here. So download of call letters for pre-exam training will be done. That will be done in August 2021. So conduct of PET on 16th August, if it is possible, right? Now coming to the serious issue here, download of call letters for the online prelims exam will be done in 2021 August. The actual online prelims exam will be conducted 28th August, 29th August and 4th September, right? The result of online examination will be done in September, October 2021. And the download of call letter for online exam the download of call letter for online exam for the mains exam will be done in 2021 October, and the online examination, mains examination, will be held in 31st October. Okay. Now the provisional allotment will be done in April 2022. The provisional allotment will be done in April 2022. Okay, fine. Now these are the important dates that you can see here. Okay. Now coming to eligibility criteria, citizenship eligibility, candidate must be either citizen of India, subject to Nepal, subject of Bhutan or Tibetan refugee. Standard conditions are given here. So you can go through this eligibility conditions of citizenship and subject. Okay, now coming to age criteria, as on July 1st, 2021, the minimum year should be 20 years completed and maximum should not exceed 28 years, and this is for general category. And obviously that means a candidate must have been born not earlier than 2nd July 93 and not later than 1st July 2001. Both dates inclusive. Okay, this is the exact dates that we have to do. Okay. Now relaxation of upper age limit is also given. There is an upper age limit relaxation. Scheduled for SC/ST it is 5 years. For OBC non-creamy layer it is 3 years. Person with disabilities it is 10 years. Ex-serviceman, actual period plus 3 years, etc. etc. So it is something like that. Now coming to the second next case, the maximum age limit specified is applicable to general category and economic. That means EWS also the maximum age limit is like general category only. Okay. Education qualifications, degree qualification is required. Not even percentage is mentioned here. a degree graduation in any discipline from a university recognized by Government of India or any equivalent qualification recognized as such by the central government. The candidate must possess, that means any degree pass. That means the candidate must possess valid mark sheet, degree certificate that he or she is a graduate on the day he or she registers and indicate the percentage of marks obtained in graduation while registering online. So while registering online only, you should have all the mark sheets and certificates with you, right? So computer literacy is a must. Almost in every banking job, computer literacy is a must nowadays. Operating and working knowledge in computer systems is mandatory. Candidate should have certificate or diploma or degree in computer operations or language, should have studied computer or information technology as one of the subjects in high school or college or institute. So computer literacy in any form, they require it because banking job is now almost highly technical. They're almost dealing with all online stuff. So computer literacy is a must in any form, right? So that you should have a certificate, valid certificate. It is not that you know and I know how to use the computer. You should have a proof or a certified authenticated proof should be there. Proficiency in the official language of state of UT candidate should know how to read, write, speak the official language of the state for which vacancies a candidate wishes to apply is preferable, right? So local language, your state language also you should write, read and speak also, right? For whatever the state you are applying for or you come into. Now coming to the next important point, there are so many, I request you to download the complete notification. I am here telling you some important points that are compulsory to know. So coming to online examination, what is the structure of the examination? The structure of the examination which will be conducted online are as follows. So prelims examination, so English 30 questions, 30 marks, 20 minutes separate time, individual time is given. So numerical ability 35 questions, 35 marks, 20 minutes. Reasoning ability 35 questions, 35 marks, 20 minutes. Total 100 questions, 100 marks, 1 hour, 60 minutes. Okay. Now candidates have to qualify in each of the 3 tests by securing cutoff marks to be decided by IBPS. So it is not a cumulative time, it is a separate individual cutoff time. Adequate number of candidates in each category as decided by IBPS depending upon requirements will be shortlisted for online main examination. Okay, so this is the thing. Now name of mains examination, name of the test. For main examination, they may not be by sequence, but these are the topics and marks and weightage, etc. General and financial awareness, 50 questions, 50 marks, 35 minutes, separate timing. It is not a cumulative time. General English, 40 questions, 40 marks, 35 minutes. Reasoning ability and computer aptitude, 50 questions, 60 marks maximum, 45 minutes. So quantitative aptitude, 50 questions, 50 marks, 45 minutes. So total 190 questions, maximum marks 200, 160 minutes. Okay, so the above tests except the test of English language. So every topic the questions will be asked in English and Hindi, both bilingual except English language. Okay, that is a common sense point. Now please note that the candidates will not be permitted to appear for the online preliminary examination as well as mains examination following documents. The following documents should be there with you while you are appearing for the exam. You should carry them. Valid call letter for the respective date and session of the exam. Those candidates who are called for main exam will also be required to bring authenticated stamped call letter of the preliminary exam along with the authenticated stamped copy of ID proof. Okay, so photo ID card as specified, photo identity proof as specified in original bearing the same name as it appears on the call letter application form. So these are the 2 important points. So I will explain what is this point after telling this one. Call letter for the preliminary exam will not be collected at the examination venue. However, it will be duly authenticated or stamped by the exam center staff. Candidates will need to retain the call letter along with authenticated stamped copy of ID proof safely. Those candidates who are called for main exam will be required to bring this call letter along with the main exam call center and other requisite documents as per information provided in the information handout and call letter. However, scribe form wherever applicable will be collected during the preliminary exam. That means what he is trying to say, so whenever you are going for preliminary exam, you need to go with a call letter and identity proof. What identity proof? That name on the identity proof on your call letter, it should be, spelling should be same. So what they will do, they will not be taking or collecting this ID proof or call letter there in the preliminary exam center. They will just authenticate and stamp it and give it to you back. You should take it back. And if you are qualified for the main exams, both this call letter of the stamped call letter and stamped identity proof, you have to take to the mains exam also. You have to take it back after getting stamped and or authenticated. That's what he's trying to say. Okay, now penalty, negative marking is 1/4. Clearly for every 1 mark it is 1/4. There will be penalty for wrong answers marked in the objective test. For each question for which a wrong answer has been given by the candidate, 1/4. So 0.25 of the marks assigned to that question will be deducted as a penalty to arrive at corrected score. If a question is left blank, no answer is marked by the candidate, there will be no penalty for that question. So 1/4 is the negative marking. Now my dear friends, cutoff score online main exam, clearly it is given here. You can see marks obtained in the online examination only will be considered for final merit listing. Final merit listing, that means prelims marks are considered for filtering the candidate into the main examination, and the marks obtained in the online main examination only will be considered for final merit listing. Okay, now coming to the next important point that I need to say is how to apply. Friends, candidate can apply from, these are the dates already I told you, 12th July 2021 से लेके August 1st, and no other mode will be online. We should only apply online and no other mode is accepted. So before applying online, candidate should scan their photograph 4.5 into 3.5, signature should be there, left thumb impression should be there. If they don't have a left hand, what are the alternates that are given here? And a handwritten declaration also should be there. So what is it? Handwritten declaration, that should be scanned also. That also should be kept ready. What should be written in that handwritten declaration? See, this is given here. The name of the candidate should be given here. Hereby declare that all the information submitted by me in the application form is correct and valid. I will present the supporting documents as and when required. So these are the, and one more thing, signature you should not do in capital letters. Signature, your whatever the style signature you have, you should keep it on. And keep the necessary details and documents ready to make the online payment of the requisite application fee and intimated. So if you note down everything when you're applying online, take a printout of it, save it, or write the numbers or passwords or something like that. So have a valid personal email ID and also the phone number, because nowadays all the communication is done through email ID only. Now the application fee, if you see application fee and intimation charges payable for 12/7, 1st August, online payment, both dates inclusive, shall as follows. So application fee, intimation charges are there. 175 rupees is for SC/ST candidates and 850 rupees for remaining all the others is the application fee. So bank transaction charges and all the other commissions should be borne by the candidate only. And procedure for applying online, you have to go to the website www.ibps.in homepage. Click here to apply for online for CRP clerks. And after that, click here for new registration. And after that, a provisional registration number and password will be generated by the system and displayed on the screen. They will be, when you registered new, they will give a provisional register number and password also will be given to you. Candidate should note down that provisional registration number and password. So this registration number and password, an email and SMS indicating these things will be sent to you. Afterwards, if you want to edit or modify the data, you can use this provisional ID and password, and then you can they can reopen the saved data using the provisional registration number and edit the particulars. If you want, you can edit. So you should upload, as I said, you should keep it ready. Photograph should be ready, scanned. Signature should be ready. Left hand thumb impression should be ready. Handwritten declaration also should be ready with you. Okay, now candidate have an option of making the payment requisite fee online mode only. But what are the payment of fee via online mode only? But what are the modes of payment that is given here? In the payment can be made using debit cards, RuPay, Visa, MasterCard, Mastro, credit cards, internet banking, IMPS, cash cards, mobile wallets. Almost all the modes of payment, digital payments are given to you. So it is a good thing. So you can pay the fee to any mode. Okay, and it is also given the first point here. The candidate should carefully fill the details online application form at the appropriate places, where carefully and click on the complete registration button, and at the end of the online application, before pressing the complete registration button, candidates are advised to verify every field in the application form, because once it is submitted and the last date is over and you cannot modify. Once the last date is over, from August 2nd, there you will have no chance to edit the data once again. So first only you should be careful. So clearly it is given again here. Please note that all the particulars mentioned in the online application, including the name of the candidate, category, date of birth, address, mobile number, email ID, center of the examination, state in which applied for registration of preferences for participating banks, etc., will be considered as final, and no change in modifications will be allowed after submission of the online application form. Okay. So IBPS is not responsible. So they are saying once the last date is over, you cannot edit or modify. So first only you should check everything properly and be sure about the data that you are entering. And clearly it is telling an email and SMS intimation with the registration number and password generated on successful registration of the application will be sent to candidate's email ID, mobile number specified in the online application form as a system generated acknowledgement. So compulsory a SMS and email ID will be sent to your mobile number and email ID. If candidates do not receive the email and SMS at the mail ID, mobile number specified by them, they may consider that their online application has not been successfully generated. So your application is successfully registered. It will become sure if and only if you get an email and SMS regarding the ID and password. Okay, so after that, the number of posts, the annexure 1, you can see the number of posts are clearly given here based on the state-wise list, the state name, and what are the participating banks. So SC, ST, OBC, EWS, general, and again total, out of which special categories, how many seats are mentioned. So state-wide list is given to you. So I think when I counted that, I came to know that the total number of posts are almost 5,000 plus. So it is a golden opportunity for you. So I hope all the graduates should try their chance to win this exam. So I request you to download the complete. I told you what are the important points that should be delivered here. So I request you to download the complete notification. If it is possible, take a printout of it and go through the notification thoroughly, and do try to apply for this exam. Thank you. All the best.